Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to make quinoa bechamel. If you don't know what bechamel is, it's, in my opinion, white sauce with an attitude, okay? They thought up a special name for it so it sounds more special. But it's basically a simple white sauce. The reason I'm doing it with quinoa flour is because I've been doing a lot of research on food and nutrition and health lately. And quinoa is gluten-free, which means that this is good for people that have celiac disease. And it's also really tasty, and it's very high in protein. And it's just good all around. And you can use it as a basis for soups, and also just as a sauce in different types of pasta dishes, sort of like vegetable lasagna or cannelloni too come to mind. Over medium heat, I'm going to combine a quarter of a cup of butter and a quarter of a cup of the quinoa flour. I'll wait till that's melted a bit. Swirl the butter around the pan till it's nearly melted. Add the measured quarter cup of quinoa flour. And I'm using a plastic whisk here because I have a really nice non-stick pan and I don't want to wreck it up. So prepare the roux much in the same way as you would for any normal sauce. So just keep stirring this in to the butter and wait for it to cook and get frothy. So when the surface, here I'll zoom in a bit. So when the surface of the sauce is bubbly all over, sort of like pancake mix in the pan, that's when you're safe to add your first addition of milk. I generally put in about half to 1 cup right away. And you'll notice that will begin to thicken up fairly quick. Now, to keep control of this, what you want to do is you can either turn it down or take it off the heat, because you'll notice it's going to thicken up really quick, and you don't want to spend the whole time trying to chase the lumps out. You're better to just keep going along with it. So you see what I mean there? When most of the larger lumps are out and it's starting to smooth, add some more milk and then stir that in again. And write down the heat's a little lower than medium. Now, this will take a bit of practice on your part to visually gauge when the sauce is ready for the next addition. What you don't want to do is you don't want to put it in too soon and have it just turn to soup. And by the way, this does make a really good basis for cream soups. All you have to do is add some more milk. Usually around a cup will do it. So now that all the milk is in, turn the heat back up a little bit, and you are just going to stir this until it reaches the consistency that you want for a sauce. Now when it starts to form little bubbles all over the surface with stirring is basically when you're done. And what I do is tune the heat right down if you do want to thicken it a little more. But what you don't want to do is have it come to a complete boil. So I'll turn the heat right off of here and just let it cool down a bit. And you'll see that it'll thicken up quite nicely as it comes off the heat. So this has been cooling on the burner that's turned off, and it's still quite hot. It stopped boiling, but as you can see, just from moving it around the pan like that, the consistency is very nice. And like I said, you can use this for sauces, you can use it for soups, and I think I actually will save this and whip up a quick cream soup to show you after. So there's my Quinoa Bechamel. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like it and try it. Hope to see you again.